No.
I call tonight's meeting of the Dalton Select Board to order.
There's no paychecks. It's all direct deposit,
Okay.
finally.
Seems less for cell phones than usual.
We got rid of the hotspot for the highway department.
Okay,
That was an additional $40 a month or something. There's two timber yield tax levies to sign. You'll sign the first 2 pages.
I make a motion that we approve and sign the 2 timber tax warrants.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you sign the second page,
Second
Lauren?
page.
Meeting minutes from August 3rd.
Make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from August 8th.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye.
Non-public meeting minutes from August 3rd.
Make a motion that we approve the non-public meeting minutes from October 3rd. I found one slight typographical error.
August 3rd,
Let's say
October.
August 3rd. Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you fix my typo?
Yep.
Thanks. Bank reconciliations and transaction report for July. The top transaction report is an extra one I don't usually do. It will just give you a snapshot of where we are for each department.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yes.
Remember, it was not the reconciliations. overall, highway's doing okay.
Yes.
That's good. Wasn't expecting that. So this is through July, right?
Yes.
So we're actually in pretty good shape.
Mhm.
Our expenditure in buildings and grounds is for the paving, so that's
Yes.
accepted. That's good.
Yep. That's all I have for signature.
Do we have an update on the moisture? in the
No,
building?
I need to get the name of the contractor. I haven't gotten that yet. I'll call them tomorrow.
Okay. And what about the ventilation system? Did he come back to look at that?
He came back out to look at the rooftop units. He said that he's not sure that they're viable. There's a lot of parts that don't power up. He said you could always start replacing parts, but then it may not resolve your issue. So he said you're looking at probably $50,000 to $80,000 to replace the two units. Probably closer to 100 or so to replace the units and add air. Because even though we already have ductwork, the ductwork would have to all be insulated so that you don't end up having a condensation issue. So I asked about mini splits and for in here and then to share the two front offices. And he said you're probably looking at $5,000 to $8,000 each, and then you'd have to do some additional electrical. He's supposed to get me over a quote when he sends his invoice. I haven't gotten it yet.
If we look at mini splits for these rooms, do we need to consider the library
I don't know.
or the gym or?
I don't know. I mean, we may be able to just, when we need to, turn the units on and open the doors and then run a fan or two to circulate. I'm not really sure.
I think that's abilities, but
If we're not looking at any ductwork, we could always add more in the future.
Right. And I am still looking for grants to handle taking care of those things in the building since it is our emergency shelter. I'm hoping that we'll be able to find something that will, upgrade the systems that are becoming dilapidated so that it can remain the emergency shelter. And hopefully there might be some FEMA or some federal money out there someday to do that.
Yeah. Because it seems like that's gonna be expensive to try to recreate the air handling system that was in place,
Yeah,
especially if you have to insulate all the ductwork as
Right.
well as that replace the units.
Yeah, and USDA, they do provide loans to municipalities, you know, where you could get like a 40 or 50-year repayment at like 2%, but it's still a loan, and then it's an additional payment, and so, I mean, if we could find a grant, that would obviously be better. So I'm watching.
Okay. Guess I'm just worried about if we have a mini split here and then the other offices, is it really going to get out in the hall where we have the moisture problem?
Well, it's the
It's-
whole building that has the moisture problem.
Okay, it's just we don't see it because it's under
You-
the
Right,
linoleum and
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Okay.
But he said we definitely need to do something. You know, if we continue to not do anything, you're gonna continue to build problems. So I'm just waiting for quotes for
Okay.
information.
Okay. And I saw that Under Canvas did have their signs up. How are we doing on the traffic signs? I know with they
I
came
s-
in, right?
Spoke with Adam on Thursday. Him and I are gonna get together this week so that he can confirm exactly where they need to go, and then they'll
Okay.
get them up.
And then does the Conservation Commission meet tomorrow? Okay, so we don't have any update. And the planning board hasn't met since the last meeting.
We did,
Oh, you did meet it.
the lot line adjustment was approved, there was a couple other minor things. Well, John did bring up the temporary zoning. Carl mentioned getting signatures to see who was interested in doing it in town. You know, what kind of interest there was, and just kind
Okay.
of left at that.
You were gonna bring that up later in the meeting, right, John? Okay. Um. You don't have any updates from the host community agreement? The building committee, has there been more?
No. We're hoping to have another work day on the 30th of August, but I've only gotten 2 people that said they could make it, so. Bob and Brian know what they need to do for the enclosure at the kitchen door. So they're planning on working on that. When the weather's not too hot, and I haven't heard from the electrical contractor about the approved proposals and when they'll come out to do that, so.
Okay. And the transfer station committee hasn't met. I just saw that Jess sent out the minutes and I'll forward them to the select board. She asked me to. Do you have any updates from the transfer station, Mike?
I have made 2 trips of recyclables down to Casella,
Okay,
and I have also been able to get 1 trip for aluminum cans. And I have cash for that.
okay. That you're giving the deposit to Janetta.
Mhm.
Good. And you already submitted the grant and you already put in a PO for the scale, right?
Actually, the pallet jack and pallet jack
jack,
scale
yeah.
combo was delivered today. They're coming out Wednesday to set that up and do the calibration. And we got a grant to cover 100% of that.
Good. Good,
Yeah,
So you
saved
know
us
where-
about $5,000.
yeah, that's great. And the highway department truck has been funded, which is great.
That's on order. Chassis should be done in November. We should see the truck probably January or February.
That's great. Is Adam excited?
He's very excited.
Good. And we're still waiting on the fire tanker,
Yes.
so it'll be a while.
Yep.
Okay. For the emergency road repairs,
they're continuing with the mitigation, most of it on Blakesley, a little bit on Harriman and Union. We're waiting on the formal approval for the mitigation plan on French Road and some items on some of the other roads as well before they do any of that work. Which also includes some of the repair work on French Road for the culverts and the head walls. Because we don't want to do repair work and then have to rip that out and pay a second time to do the part of the mitigation work. So we did receive the time extensions for all three contracts, going from any time between the end of September to the end of October.
Mhm.
So we should be able to get all of the mitigation work done. Adam's been using Alan Rexford to work on one road while our guys work on another road, so.
Okay. So it's going well. He expects to be able to complete it in time by
Yep.
this fall?
Yep.
Good. Okay, so in terms of new business, John, you had asked to be on the agenda.
Good evening. John Swan, 25 Cashman Road in Dalton. I have a petition for the select board signed by citizens in Dalton. As I stated previously, just as a property owner and citizen of Dalton, I would like to see that my property rights, and others agree with me, our property rights are protected from, undue harm and nuisance, so following the statute for emergency temporary zoning, this is the best way to determine the temperature of the town, as Carl requested. Because again, a permanent zoning ordinance would protect our property rights and I would assume that the select board and the citizens of the town would agree that we live in a very special and unique place and it needs to be protected. And right now we have no protections from the next storm that might come to town. So that's the rationale behind this, and thank you.
Okay, so this would go on the warrant for March.
No, this calls for a special town meeting as per the statute. And then as before, a hearing beforehand. So it's all clear in the statute.
I haven't looked at the statute for several years, so I'll have to refresh.
I revisited it and there's no prohibition against a town doing it a second time. And as we saw the first time, it passed twice. And I feel it's, again, while there's a calm before the storm, a next storm that may come in the form of maybe a data center or whatnot, I think we need to get the planning board to update the 2022 zoning ordinance they put forth to the town, and this time with a vote without any undue influence behind it. So in essence, a fair vote this time. So thank you.
So in your town clerk role, you
Yep.
verify the signatures.
Yep.
And then we need to review the statutes, but schedule the public hearing and the special town meeting.
Okay, I'll work on that tomorrow. And I'll throw out some dates unless you guys want to look at some dates now. I don't recall the statute requirements either. I think it has to be done within 90 days of receiving the request. Is that correct, John? Do you know?
I can't remember the specifics. I know it has to be a certain time period before the next town meeting.
Yeah, I think it's 90. I think it has to be done within 90 days of receiving the petition warrant article, as long as it doesn't fall within, I think, 60 days of the town meeting date. I think that's what it is, but don't quote me because that's going way
have to
back.
Check the.
Okay,
rates too.
I will check it and then send an email to the select board just for information.
Okay, and you'll work on dates and schedules then?
Yeah, I'll throw you, if you guys just want me to pick dates, try and do it the same day as the select board meeting. Does that make sense? To try and do it like before a select board meeting at 5:30 or something.
The public hearing.
Yes.
And I guess the question is. I'm remembering back, how many years ago, when we did it before, there was
2019.
the gym was full of people.
Mhm.
And we had to work with our moderator and.
Yep.
So there's quite a lot of work that went into it.
I'll dig into it and throw out some of the details and then we can go from there. We have a working session next Monday anyway, so.
Okay, because I think we probably don't want to combine it with the select board meeting, is
Okay.
my,
Probably.
Okay,
I would
is
think.
my instinct on that.
okay,
And then we would need the special town meeting, which I think as well, we wouldn't want to combine it with the select board meeting.
yep, okay.
Do we have any other new business?
I did. We had discussed previously about sending out certified mail letters to people who had previously bounced checks to the town.
Mhm.
I finally got around to sending those out. They went out last week. So they've been given to the end of August to respond and make good on their bad checks. Otherwise, I'll move forward and send the information to the state police Troop F so that they can do whatever they need to do in order to move forward and assisting us in recuperating those funds for services rendered by the town. That's it. Something like that.
Did you have anything, Warren?
No.
Okay,
I do have 3 non-publics, just so you're aware.
okay. Do we have any public comments?
I
Pam,
just have a couple questions.
if you could state your name, please.
Sure, Pam Catherine, 241 Harriman Road. My question is, what is the threat that is warranting emergency temporary zoning?
Where is the what on the emergency temporary zone?
What is the threat that is requiring emergency temporary zoning?
I think you'd have to ask Mr. Swan. He's the one who initiated the petition.
Okay. And also,
I mean, I think he mentioned one when he was here, which was data centers.
that's an emergency. Is that coming in that we don't know about? Is there plans for any big
I think
businesses?
my understanding, I can't speak for him and the people who signed the petition, is that this is to just be in place in case a situation came up. Such as-
Years. Okay. That's a long time. Also, I have a right to know. I'd like a copy of that petition. To save me expense, I'll photograph each page with my phone. I'll do it after the meeting. Or before you guys go in the non-public.
So if you take pictures of the petition, it hasn't been verified at this point.
That's okay. I get a list. I can verify too.
Do we have any other public comments? Okay, then what do we have for a non-public? What are the categories?
I have personnel, personal, and legal.
I make a motion that we go into non-public session for personnel, personal, and legal matters.
I'll second.
If you don't mind waiting until after the meeting, because I want to get a post-it and just put on there that it's unverified before you take the pictures. We shouldn't be that long.
Okay.
Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who, motioned for that, Jobeth?
I did. One
Sorry.
seconded.
I'm just going to the public.
We are going into non-public, yeah, if you could leave the door after everyone, or shut the door after everyone leaves.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
That's why I was confirming.
Yep, thank you.
Now you can what, steal $2,000
We are back
and
from
all that.
non-public.
Still lost $2,000.
I make a motion that we seal non-public number 1, 2, and 3.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then you want to make a picture of the petition?
Yes, please. Got my glasses so I can see. Great, thank you. I'll just. So it's decided. It gets you sticky in there too. So.
Thank you.
Because I haven't seen them yet.
All right, you guys are set. Thank you. All right. Have a
Good night.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Good night.
Bye.
And I-
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
To assume they're all from the town, I mean,
Well, we have to make sure that they are registered voters.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
gonna say, even if they're from the town, they have to be a registered voter in order for their signature to be valid on a petition.
And the town clerk verifies that, so. Jeanette, her other role.
is it? The amount of signatures or a certain percentage of the registered voters that count?
It's usually either or. Whichever is less usually.
So that's approximately only 45, 50 signatures.
14 times 3 is what, 46?
Yep.
Yeah. And we have 600 and, I think it was 674 voters. I think is it 5%, I think?
That was fine.
I think it was 5. For some things it's 5, for some things it's 2. It just depends on what it is.
I have to look at the regs.
I have to remind myself with the regs because there's too many things floating around up there. Okay,
Okay, well, if we've got a working session Monday,
Yes.
yes.
so we'll start digging into updating policies. I make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you. Good night.